Oh, what? Got a new drop from Doc TV Unleashed. Oh, Virginia and fucking hard time on the was it hard time on the front line or front and time on the hard line. I don't know, some crazy shit like that. Most hated, what's up, brother? Welcome to the chat. I'm assuming the picture looks a little bit more clear now, doesn't it? Picture looks a little bit more a little tighter. How's the sound? How is the sound coming through for you guys? Barn dog. Yeah, yeah. Nah, we're just fucking trying to figure some shit out, man. I'm kind of getting into it. I'm liking the momentum. I've been wanting to kind of do reactions and stuff. And yeah, salute to you, Barn Dog, Barn Dizzle. But I've had all this stuff. I've had equipment that I could have been. Now he goes live. Come on, Bam Bam. What the fuck are you doing, dog? That shit said he was going live at like 6 o'clock. Now he's live right now. Ain't that some shit? Am I fucking? Oh, so he's actually going live at 8 o'clock. Why did it say 6 o'clock? Hmm. Anyways, yeah, that's unfortunate. I kind of want to be over there right now. Is there a way for me to watch his live from here? I can do my first reaction. We'll react to Bam's live as it's going, huh? That's right up the alley, right? That's right up the alley of what I mean. It's not like I will. I don't know. I don't think I'll do that yet, but it would be funny. I only suggested that not because that's what the whole, that's what they all do, right? They all sit there and watch each other's lives live, watch each other's lives live, and talk shit about each other. But no, I actually wanted to watch it. I didn't want to clash with him, uh, schedule wise, because we got a lot of overlap. We got a lot of overlap. A lot of guys that enjoy him enjoy me as well. So it kind of sucks or forcing them to pick. I want to see if I can bring his shit up here. I think I do. I open a second tab, a second YouTube tab. Because yeah, I mean, I might as well, right? This is why we're doing it. We are figuring out. Let's see. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I don't think that was it. Let's. I don't think, I am savvy enough to do this, peeps. Not yet anyways, but that's what the test is for, right? I gotta figure it out eventually. I might not be able to know play, another live during my own live, but at least we got better equipment, right? We got a better camera to work with, some audio be up tonight anyway. Ollie, what's good with you, brother? How's your night been? Highly recommend you guys get an Amazon Fire Stick. Watch a lot of good movies today. Backrooms? Did you guys ever watch Backrooms? I was pretty tripped out. I didn't get to watch the end of it. I didn't get started live. I think I went live with you guys while they finished it up. But, the kiddo is big fan of that stuff, right? Five Nights at Freddy's, Backrooms, all that stuff. Yeah, hey, I'm gonna send Bam Bam a text right now. Let him know. They're talking about Mikey No Sleeves anyway. I can't really add too much to that. Not that I really want to. Yeah, what do we got, man? A Thursday fucking night. What you guys got going? 420. Let's go with you. I have been trying 420 to figure out how to what do you call it? Share, like bring up somebody's lives and react to somebody's live, but share screens and stuff. But I'm technically savvy enough to figure that out yet. Justin, it's good with you, bro. Yeah, you got nothing going on right now. It's all right, man. That's what we're all here for, right? That's what we're all here for. We're here for trial and error, bro. You'll figure it out. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I've already, I bring up a window, and it goes to like some infinite fucking infinite window shit constantly. You ever like hold a mirror up to a mirror? That's some weird out shit, right? That's some real tripped out shit. Nate, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, Simba, Lily, everybody. Got all members in here. That's crazy. All members and mods. But yeah, I remember you were supposed to be able to put two mirrors together facing each other and you look at reflections continuously show each other. And I was told that it was like a window into hell, or if you look long enough, you're supposed to see something like that. Anybody ever heard anything like that? Some weird, what do they call it, urban myth type shit. Glad to catch another live summer. Yeah, we just goofing off right now. I'm trying to, for one, we got better equipment from earlier today. Earlier today, I busted out my old ass laptop. It's obsolete. It's like me right now trying to figure out how to share my screen. It's obsolete. Working on a project on my free time for about a year, and someone messed with it, and I got to start over. Perfect stress break. I'm glad. I'm glad that y'all can feel like that start alive has a chance for you guys to show up, that it feels like you're connecting with friends and shit, because it's exactly how it should be. Exactly. Okay, so
because he violated probation or some shit, or
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. You know what I mean?
Hey, the 90 days, was that the one for sniffing the LA city bus seats?
okay, I think you guys can see that,
Look,
can't you?
2001. 2001, he's got like what, 1 year sentence, and then in 2001 a 3 year sentence.
Hey.
I always say he didn't want to get too personal, bro, but like to do the math. Right?
Yeah.
But this ain't even the most important one, bro. That's just,
yeah.
I looks like a lot
yeah.
of. It's like he didn't do much time. I told you we pulled the CD stuff.
I know that there are mirrors.
So that wasn't,
like
he didn't do no 15
double-sided.
years, because if you're doing 5 years and 5 years,
yeah, they're like a portal for spirits. Yeah, they are.
The 01 case,
that's why
right?
you're supposed to cover them.
Maybe was running concurrent
after,
too with that one.
after like certain family deaths or something.
So he
like
probably
that.
did like 6 years, dog. He
on.
probably did one more year than
Hey,
you,
Snow,
bro.
good to see you.
In his career,
welcome
maybe.
to
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So he did 6 years.
I am practicing
bro.
right now.
Yeah, he only talks about
that's,
county
that's
time.
purely what it is. I'm
right,
practicing.
and all that fake AI paperwork that he posted on himself was about beginning the county
YouTuber.
I knew back then that was suspect. Wait a minute, how you?
Remember the one case he pulled out a crinkled ball of paper from the garbage and was just reading random shit and said that when he was arrested, he said suspect fired 9 shots or something at somebody. Like, dude, shut the fuck up.
They are all glass. They are, bro. They definitely. But you want to put the other one up?
Yeah.
Let me see,
and then, hold on.
Torrance, who else are like? What else, Banks?
Oh, this one.
Yeah, enlarge it because there's 3 of these, bro.
Yeah. Hold on.
So this is civil harassment, general. What is that? General
jurisdiction.
I can't even see them. They're all, even with glasses. There must be the screen. My bad.
I'll get it more.
Yeah. Look, case title.
I am quite happy with myself right now.
Melinda
Luis versus Kolar
Sean. Courthouse, 3/18/2014.
Yeah.
Civil harassed.
Yeah.
General jurisdiction dismissed. All right.
Only because.
Hell yeah.
All right.
2 years later.
I believe so.
I appreciate that, Snow.
Yeah.
Snow.
What up,
FM? This is for Frontline. He got felony bus seat sniffing cases, bro, in LA and Orange County, bro.
He beat it up. He beat it up on females, bro.
Hey, I heard he caught a case in San Francisco in the fucking meatpacking district or something.
He beat it up on females, bro. That's crazy. Damn,
but he respects them though, at least.
Yeah. That's what he said, right? That's what he said. Look.
Hey, listen. No, like I said, bro. No disrespect to fucking apes. He has a fucking gorilla face, bro. Like,
yeah.
He looks like a coffee bean 50 Cent, bro. He looks like a light-skinned 50 Cent, bro. In the face.
Between the two.
The lieutenant. Yeah, he went in on Bozo. This fool is literally, I don't want to call him a clout chaser, right? I don't really, believe in all that shit. I only did it. It's funny how he just goes at every homie.
I thought he was going live.
Yeah,
like honestly, bro, he just goes at every.
And he went live at 8.
Hey, but Neil Dazad, he was on point with everything he said.
Yeah, yes, he was.
You know.
Hold on, I want him to see me again. Frontline, are you watching?
My buddy.
Yeah, he's watching.
Bam Bam is somebody who started.
I got you, buddy. I got you. Hey, and I got your CDC number up there. Look,
he started
G63841. Is that second draw? Second draw is the best draw if you ask me.
I invested.
Hey, Jose Hernandez. What are you talking about? Jose Hernandez.
Baby Katsuki, baby. I got you, Frontline.
Simply,
you gotta get a Darth Hernandez channel.
He's not afraid to go after.
No, yeah, that's my name. Oh, hey, and your own homie, bro.
He's a fucking idiot.
Too hard.
Your own homie, bro.
Too much.
How's that feel?
Taking himself too
serious. They sore?
What up, Shark?
And I'm an anarchist. I like to.
Yeah. Hit him with the.
You've been embarrassing your neighborhood, bro.
It's good. I'd be sad.
You be embarrassing your neighborhood, dog. You truly do, bro. You know?
Hey, wait a minute, bro. No, this would hurt. Remember when he stole those boxers off the laundry line, bro, in Gardena?
Yeah.
He didn't catch a case for this one, did he?
Oh, well, yeah. Hey, Katie Frizzle. Hey, is Katie Frizzle here? Let me see.
If you smell possum shit, yeah, she's in here.
Oh, look. This guy went. Look. He a little sympathizer. Then go look him up, bro. Go do your homework.
And we know that's not Frontline because this guy can spell.
Yeah, no, this guy, he be on the fence with the.
No, I know.
I don't mind him, but then go look him up, bro. There's a case number. You go do it.
Frontline's got it.
It's Frontline. It'll be all misspelled and everything.
Implemented with this shit, bro.
All fucking things. Jesus Christ.
With him running his mouth, him being who he is, bro. You know, but you can go get the cases and you can break it all down and you can do all the work.
Hey,
again, this is from his peoples.
Hey, Jetstone said he caught another case, bro. He got caught wearing one shoe and one chancla in the fucking parking lot, bro.
Oh, look, Mikey, we're gonna get to Mikey. Mikey, no sleeves.
He's on. Oh yeah, I forgot. He's on the fucking.
Right now,
I'm not on his level. What the fuck does that mean? I'm not a Trump supporter. Yeah, I'm not.
This is that West Coast drama, man. West Coast politics.
I don't know. 2000 some shit
drama, right?
Just kidding. See, that's hard. You guys know the source, bro. Like it. You know,
okay, 420.
The source comes from Spanx. He already put it on content, so it's like you get what you get, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh, stop.
But that's at CDC. If anybody
there was another one, right? Wasn't there another one?
And yeah, there's another one. Don't Pelican Bay have a lower yard? I think they did.
How the fuck do I do this? Hold on, bro. Let me maybe this one. Is this the one?
Oh, it's a different name. I don't know the name.
2014. Oh, wait, March 5th. Oh, there's a different one.
Yeah, is that Francis?
Ah, damn, this motherfucker beating up kids or women only? What is this?
React to shit.
2004?
Francis M. Torres versus Sean Javier Colar.
Domestic this motherfucker fighting tias, grandmas, everybody.
Without minor children. That's
a lot of the times I get drugged into shit. I get drugged into.
Hey, Frank got deported. Yeah, Mikey got a turkey tattoo on the back. It says "gobble gobble" right below, right above his fucking crack.
Guy right here, Bam Bam.
What do you call that? Track stamp, right?
You think I'm like one of his fucking lieutenants?
Yeah, I wonder what Katie Frizzle think now. Respect, Shark City. I wonder what Katie Frizzle. I wonder if she's gonna get back the wrench.
Yeah, part dog.
Wait. Who got a wrench?
I'm figuring it out, man.
She got a wrench on you?
Frontline.
Oh, he kicked her out or what?
What do you mean?
Oh, he pimped her out or what?
No, she's like, you
For a
know,
minute.
she's one of the
We'll be
rejects.
right back.
Ladies
Listen,
of
still,
exposed.
all
to.
right, Justice.
Oh,
You know how they be going in on all that? They explode. Yeah.
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 Hey, did you see that back to school drive they did? The donations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They raised $9, bro.
Uh,
I was
Nova
calling you from the
Stars.
gate. Now I only did one time, Shark City. I never. Mike is on his mind. He says that racism shouldn't be an issue for us. He thinks the economy is more important.
Yeah, I told you.
Well, I mean, the economy is like, you know, that is a thing. That is a thing. Front line.
Hey, Fruit Loop said stop posting court cases to try to tear people down.
Mhm.
You have something to say.
Yeah. Man, shut up,
He
bro.
blocks us, bro. We can't tell him.
Shut
Tell
up,
him
bro.
it's your fun.
Stop it. What do you think this genre is? They tell people to stop doxing.
Yeah.
Tell people to stop, you know.
Yeah.
Come on.
Everybody's
Fuck
wondering
outta
why
here.
we're watching Bam Bam is because I
Hey,
want
so all his criminal history,
His
all
lives.
his career is
usually always
domestic violence?
lives.
That and you know, a 2 year 2001 to
Now I just
2002, I
figured
guess.
out how to stream.
Hey, they said he stole fucking Tommy Hilfiger underwear
And
from
Davis.
Ross, bro.
Huh?
He caught a case for stealing Tommy Hilfiger underwear from Ross. The ones in the box, the little blue box.
Yeah.
Hey, this is fucking Mikey got flamingo feathers. What the fuck?
Yeah, but fuck him.
Nah, he ain't gonna. He's gonna. Hey, this is AI. Oh, it's AI.
Yeah.
You guys are having meetings, and what did he say in his stupid video earlier? He said something about we're doing sword pocket. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
What are you talking about,
Honestly.
bro? And I'm on the clock here, my boy. I have to make a video of me walking from my kitchen to my living room, showing my feet or some stupid shit. Because according to him, I live in a trailer and I'm in a wheelchair and I got a colostomy bag.
Yeah, fuck that fool. Like you can just go to criminal cases. Superior Court of Los Angeles County, man. For Fruit Loops. Was Fruit Loops still in here?
I have trolls.
Yeah, he's in there.
When I
Yeah,
have
hey,
trolls,
Fruit
they
Loops.
come in
That's all you gotta do, bro.
you know, just randomly start talking
Go
shit.
to well, I already said it, dude.
This
Fuck 'em.
is
Fuck you, Frontline.
the
And
ones that
again, it comes from
fucking
your homeboy,
these
dude.
people. That's
Hey,
who-
Redneck, who's going Hulk mode right now?
Yeah, it comes from your homeboy, dude.
Hey, hold on. Let me. I want
now
to
you
pull up
gotta figure
Mikey's
out how to
live
make
real
the
quick.
sound go in and out when you talk.
Let's see what's going on. With the front lane. Oh shit. In what's his name? Nino America, bro.
Who?
Nino America.
Wants to sell.
I don't even know who that is.
Jesus.
Come on.
No, for real, I don't.
Hey, what the fuck is going on, bro? This broad frozen?
The what?
Oh shit, my bad. Hold on, I have to share the screen. My bad, bro. My bad. I keep forgetting what I'm watching. You're not watching. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
so
see. Here we go.
I don't know. I gotta get used to wearing these glasses, bro.
so I
I
can't
don't need them for
actually
real close.
affect
Yeah.
They
page
kind of.
from the share screen.
Did you add each other half the money to get the paperwork?
Mikey's live is
Ash,
embarrassing.
Other half
Yeah,
the
what
money
the
to
fuck
get
is
the-
going on?
No, man, it was sent to me.
Interesting.
Is that right now? Yeah.
It's almost live. Hold on.
Oh no shit. Yeah, you can live stream. Yeah. You can actually share live streams. Like it's
Yes, they are
man.
live right
Hey,
now.
does this idiot not understand that nobody can hear him?
Ooh.
Mikey, he's talking and everything into the whatever, but all
Yes,
you hear is
I am.
music.
Yeah.
I'm.
Well, you know, hey,
We're
187
watching
got
them.
all the
They can't
fucking
see or hear
shit on
us,
this,
but
dude.
yeah, we're live at the same time.
Oh yeah. He's
Now
on
he's
it, my
aware.
boy.
That my viewers
Oh,
are
let me
seeing his
see.
screen, which
That's low.
basically the same viewers.
He covered up his I guess he covered up his neighborhood tattoos or something like that.
Yeah.
I know he's got something weird, dude. Like fucking, he got 7 years and only did 40 months. and like there's no like what the fuck? I don't know, man. Mikey's shit's confusing, bro.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on, bro. It's just like him and this girl talking, and you don't hear shit. Does he not understand what's going on?
No, I don't know, dude. But what was it that he said that last live?
All right, hold on. I'm gonna find it, bro. Hold on.
I know because I know the
Who are they?
things that are like
Bam Bam.
I don't know, active or good standings, I guess. Like, don't fuck with him.
Shit.
Oh yeah, of course. They're not gonna fuck it.
Yeah. Hey, he's fired back at him, has he?
It did something.
I
gonna
don't
mute
know.
this.
Let me see. Hold on.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If you go to 187, if you go there, it's all there, dude.
Yeah, let me find this shit, bro.
Yeah, because this is him live right now.
Yeah, this is it right now, bro.
Yeah, no. What he's doing, like a pre live.
I don't know. I think he doesn't understand that it's fucking live. Maybe I don't know, bro. Oh shit! Hold on, one second, bro. My bad.
Yeah. The frontline be beating up on girls, man.
You
Allegedly,
guys hear me right now? Is it still too loud? Do you?
Allegedly.
Because I turned them almost all the way down right now so that I could say something. Yeah. I stalked White Eyes. Found it here, so I don't know any of the other.
What up, Richie?
Oh, okay, yeah.
What up, Stone? I'm gonna make a like a little video, bro. Just put him in there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Start our channel.
My bad.
at the same time. And we're
I'll
both
just
in
make a quick video.
prison genre.
Put
We've
them
seen a
all
lot
on there.
of
Put all the
people,
pictures.
Damn.
But this fool, I don't think this fool did much time.
Left.
No,
There's a few
he did
other
maybe like 5-6
posts
years max.
We were really cool with for a little bit and stuff.
I think like over a period of a year or two.
The rest
might have caught one
people that we
might have went upstate one time.
The
The dude never talks about his fucking time, bro. All the shit he talks.
Not falling in line with the rest of the
the cheek buster
foolery.
Look at them.
You know, I'm not trying to insult everybody here because
I gotta catch up on Mikey, bro. I really haven't, dude, because like
these other
we
channels
roasted him, bro, and then he got quiet. He
some of
never,
them
you know
just
what I mean?
like
Oh, the clout
drama.
chaser,
Some of
the
them
clout
are
chaser.
really invested.
He
Yeah.
never fucking dissed.
But, for the most part, yeah.
No, he never dissed, bro. But like,
Yeah, Glenn. Good to see you, brother.
It's because he takes it. Listen, bro. This is what Mikey does, bro. When the heat kicks in, when he knows all the motherfuckers are on his bumper, he fucking takes vacations and goes down to Mexico and gets drunk with fucking Slugs Town and.
Oh, here it is. Oh, Slugs Town. Yeah. Oh, I remember. That's when he took a mini shot. Oh,
okay.
Oh, there it is. Man, Fruit Loops, man. Get out of here, dude. Shut up, man. See, this is the thing with this fucking guy, dude. I don't even know why you be watching my content. You're like a virtual signal. You always like, oh, if you got a problem, do that. Man, dude, this is the internet, bro. Adjust to the modern times, dude. Say directly instead of digging up old records. They go tell them to stop being a J-Cat with fake ass fucking narratives and paperwork and all this bullshit. How you gonna tell somebody that's not your name? How you gonna tell me my name ain't Jorge Lopez? Fruit Loops, suck a dick, bro. I don't even know why you watch my shit, bro.
Let's see.
Eat a sack of balls.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Water parks. Fuck this. I remember, dude, back then,
turn them down.
He got mad, bro, because he was trying to take shots at Marv, and Marv wouldn't mention him. And I just asked Marv, hey, man, is it true you got rolled up out of the county jail? And then he got all mad. He's like, he did the whole thing. Hey, Bam's communicated with a known Chomo. Hey, Chemo Flicks, what do you think? Should we give him a pass? And I'm like, fool, shut up. Corny ass dude. First of all, I ain't even from up north. Respect up north, obviously. You know, I'm like, shut up, bro. This fucking guy. And I did a video and I told him, hey, man, we could roast.
Let's see. My bad. All right, I'm gonna play the audio. I'm gonna see what this was.
Doesn't even need to be with me. Shit, just use the studio. You know what I mean? Just use the studio. Which I would have to go over there. I'd have to fire it up. Show her how to turn it on. She knows all the equipment already, so she already knows the technical side and then aesthetic, appearance, everything. She's a photographer. She knows that. It's Chicano too. So I'm really wanting to see if she can start her own show next month. Doesn't even need to be with me. Shit, just use the studio. You know what I mean? Just the studio. which I'd have to go over there. I'd have to fire it up, show her how to turn it on. She knows all the equipment already, so she already knows the technical side, and then aesthetic, appearance, everything. She's a photographer. She knows all that. Miss Chicano too. So I'm really.
Yeah. What the
Miss
fuck?
Chicano.
It's in the garage, bro. He lives.
I don't know. I think that if I'm going to have to, speak during lives or whatever, I'm just gonna have to pause it and share my thoughts or whatever, and then just catch it back up to the point where it's live again, because I'm not really seeing the option to control the volume separate from what's being played and what you guys are hearing.
Yeah. None zero. I got fucking what I got, bro. I don't remember what I have. It's been so long. Thank God, bro. Yes. But fuck you, Frontline. I know you're watching, bro. I know you're watching, sir. I just want to tell you that it was from your own homies, bro. Or your own homie. I just want you to know that, Frontline. And I'll do a video. And
Yes, I am, Glenn. This is my better half's laptop here. We got it all up to date, and we're just trying to figure out, fine tune whatever it is that we need to figure it out for me to be able to live stream, do reactions, and like I said, we're figuring out that I'm too quiet. You guys can't hear me over the content, and I'm figuring out that I don't have a way to separate the volume between the two just yet.
put all this like on, and that's what you get. I must say respect for the Frontline. Frontline fried, bro. Frontline J-Cat. I get a DV.
All right, 420. Thank you. That's looking like
yeah.
how it's gonna happen.
Yeah. You did time for that, huh? Man, I don't hit women. Now I may insult them if they like insult me, but
We'll figure it out.
that's about it. And they're not even that. I didn't even want to do that. The internet, man. Internet's bad for us. What up, Magoo? Barn Dog, Red. Frontline beating up on allegedly, right? He's going to Hope more right now. Is he, bro? Is he?
Probation officer's perspective.
Oh, John.
I like him. He's a good dude. I'm very interested in his.
I think Frank. I think
Awesome.
should have stabbed one of her dudes.
Got a literal probation officer that's traversing and treading the same waters of felons.
I think Frontline. I want you to look at my beautiful face, Frontline.
He fuckers.
Baby got
Got him
Zuki.
pinned,
I got you, bro.
knows how to,
I got you.
really
I
assess
want you to know that.
And
And you deserve every minute of it, bro. And I hope you are watching. I hope you are watching. Let me see.
so I value his opinion, and I like to see. I'd like to see more content from him. To be honest, I think he wants me to come on his channel or something.
Let's see. See, I don't need him to see far away.
Damn it!
Frontline. Oh no, he just listened to music. Oh, he's got let me see. Let me see, what's this?
Shit, my bad. I'm back, bro. My bad.
A prior conviction without consent. False information.
I had to go to the third floor of my camper, bro, up with my wheelchair. So it was taking me a while.
That fucking hurt.
818. Dismissed.
But you can't replace the movement, because the movement is I thought the hater was like, no, it's
You're right, Frontline.
not for the channel or something about
Got
not for the
you. Tag. You're in.
He's a businessman that way. So Pinchy way. He's putting out NDAs and shit. Say what?
We back in the building. Salute to everybody that Don't be like one of those pendejos that can't fight. But he lives and he's in shape. And he poses for photos in a tank top. All
Hey, Frontline's on right now?
Yeah,
Bam Bam almost caught up to
hold
me.
on.
And so
I know, man. Fucking Mike. You know what, bro? And honestly, I gotta go catch Mikey with all that the banda shit, bro.
honestly, I had kind of taken off, right? I was at like 1,500, 1,600 subscribers for a minute before they ever passed 1,000. And between him and like Exposed Tube and a few other channels that started within months, literally within like the last half a year, they all like started catching up to me and shit. That shit was crazy. But I took a back seat, especially when my girl got pregnant. I really took a back seat, and yeah, now that he's out, and I've kind of settled into something of a normalcy rhythm with the infant. It's kind of leveling out. I'm starting to squeeze content in and more.
Yeah, look at this. Hey,
That's
he
what
said
he
he
did,
break
bro.
his
That's what
ankle
he
playing
fucking did,
basketball. Sure, bro. You
Dude,
don't even have a basketball or a rim. The
that
fuck
shit
out of
was-
here.
Yeah, it just came into my lap, bro. I just got a call, and they say, "Hey, man, this dude want to talk to you." I said, "Who?"
He's
And I
just a
said, "No
tweaker,
way."
damn.
And he said, "Yep." I said, "Okay." And he's like,
Yes,
"Hey,
brother.
man, woo, 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 woo,
Oh,
woo,
yeah.
woo, woo, woo."
Marvelous Minds,
And there you go.
Orbeez, yeah, he'll call out.
What do you say that soundbar mixer
Oh,
people
everybody.
use? It's
He'll call out
overkill shit,
everybody.
etc. Not even Joe Rogan or bigger. What the fuck you talking about?
Oh
Let me
yeah, how
see.
was that, Glenn?
Yeah, this motherfucker's weird. What the fuck is he on, bro? He got the frontline bath mat. Look at this fucking weirdo, bro.
Yeah. What happened? Damn, man.
Look at this dude right here that they got on their live.
We keep flaking on the Mikey haters though.
This is the
Mikey's
dude.
Yeah.
lives are embarrassing. We gotta fight that one, bro.
He's
Maybe
yeah.
he didn't take it down. It's because I don't watch. I stopped watching him, bro, and I knew that no paper, the Norteños were going in on him and shit because there was that.
Some dude who's beefing
He
with
took
me.
the picture with the one
with,
rapper.
uh,
on
beef
thing,
with
bro.
me.
Demon. What was his name?
Yeah, and that exposed him.
Demon.
Yeah, that exposed him. Even some chicks clowned him, bro. Some chicks went in on him about. They sounded like they knew more about Selena's and
Oh,
J. Paul's
those two sisters, right?
Yeah, they roasted him, bro.
Oh, yeah,
and
they
just
roasted
short. I think we played it, didn't we? I don't remember. I think we did, dude.
I think we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So even
Hey,
like,
bro,
huh?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Only bums and women watch fucking music on the fucking TV, bro. That's the biggest woman shit ever, my boy.
Probation's got some good. Probation, did you want to hop on, man? Let me know. I know you had some.
Yeah,
interest, 'cause
hell yeah.
Huh.
He's from
Yeah,
Salinas.
Yeah, born and raised.
Oh, the 187. What's up, bro? What up, bro? What's up with this guy? He would know. I got. You know what? I'm gonna go try to find it, bro. I'm gonna go try to. I think it's you told. I think I know more or less when you told me, and when those lives were. And if he said he don't want to hear banda music no more.
Yeah, he said he wants to be
No.
white, bro. He wants to live with all white people. That's exactly what he said.
I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's be real, but still, you can't say it under the pretense. And the way he was saying it, like he don't want to live with his own people. That
Yeah.
then come on. And I ain't Mexican, bro, but I know Mexicans love their music.
Oh yeah.
How you gonna say you don't like banda, bro?
He's
Damn,
a bitch.
damn. I don't know.
So the dude that they're talking about. Oh, that sucks. We got YouTube Streets is live too now. But yeah, the dude that they have on the screen here, I subbed up to him. I subbed up to him because when the first video I seen of him, he was talking about. I mean, he sounded like he was kind of going in on all these guys that are talking tough and acting tough on YouTube, right? Basically clowning people for acting like they're active, and like it sounded cool, right? I was like, yeah, I can get with it. It's just there's too much of that, right? There's too much of the tough guy shit on on YouTube with the fucking, net banging killer convicts and shit. And I could dig it, and I try to look out for smaller creators they got a message that I can fuck with. So I subbed up to him. And I said, hey, much respects. I fuck with this message or whatever. And he thanked me, said that uh, he was glad that I gave him an opportunity or some shit like that. I don't know. And but then after that, man, it was just every single video was about Bam Bam. Every single video was about Bam Bam. Bam 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 was this. Bam Bam is that. Bam Bam is this. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, dude, that's like your main nemesis, huh? Yeah, dude says he's got some opinions that are he's in the genre that he's meant to be in. He says stuff that gets people going. Yeah, yeah, he has, Glenn. Excuse me on the tears, the real deal. But yeah, I got tired of hearing about Bam Bam from this frontline dude. And I tried to tell him, I was like, look, dog, I'm not trying to hear all that. If you don't care for the dude, that's fine. But to be honest, your channel's not going to go anywhere just hyper focusing on this one dude. Like you're doing the exact same thing that L does with Gunner's channel, Exposed Tube does with Dub's channel, Dubs does with Wes Watson's channel. Like they all do it to somebody, right? They all just pick somebody. They just go in on a daily basis on these cats. And Frontline starts going after Bam like that. And he's like, oh yeah, I see you in his chat, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, and what? Wait, what are you gonna show me something that's like proof, paperwork, anything? Something? No, you're just gonna talk shit. Okay, whatever. I'm cool. Peace out. I signed off, and now I'm all in his thumbnails and crazy shit, man. You can't.
Let me see. Did that whole thing. All he's got to
make
go
him
to
happy.
his Suitors video, and I bet you he did, bro. When they were going through my Darth Lopez, shout out to Shark City. He was the one. He did the same thing. And that he just concocted some fucking story about my BM and shit like that.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Yep, 420.
But I didn't care. You know what I mean? At the time, it was like,
Yeah.
come on, I came over here, Darth Lopez, Jorge Lopez, my CDC number. Dude, get the fuck out of here. I remember I made him cat out one of the first times when I oh my god, he put his CDC number on his video. Oh my god. I'm gonna send it to Centinela. Man, shut up, man. You didn't even go to Centinela.
He's a prisoner too. Bro, this motherfucker got. Bro, I'm sorry, dude. If your television is your fucking entertainment, bro, I don't know what the fuck are you on, bro. Get a radio. Get a fucking Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, Radio Rick, but I don't know about Mikey, dude.
You know what? I think
go to the
honestly, bro.
Go back to
Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah.
He said the huge bell peppers are gonna suck all the ox out of the house. Here goes the shadow boxing.
Yeah.
Watch out, Shadow. He's coming.
Look at Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops with no milk. I think I'm doing just well. I think I'm doing just fine myself, bro. Pretty healthy. I've actually lost 7 pounds, 6 pounds. I'm a bit stuffy. My kids got me sick. I have a good job. I think I'm quite comfortable. Quite well.
I got my trailer washed the other day.
But you gonna go back to Mikey?
Yeah. Hold on.
Because 187 is saying the first. I saw some shit on there too.
Let me see. Oh shit.
Mikey went down on the back of his head, laid in bed. Oh, look at him dancing. Oh, damn.
He got 6.
Yeah, we got. Hey, dog. You know what, dude? Dog, we gotta. We.
Hey, he's watch. Only 2 people are watching it. We're one of them, bro.
Yeah. No. Go back to his 187 channel.
187. All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck are they doing, bro?
I think they're pre-gaming, bro.
Nah, dude, they're not pre-gaming.
I don't watch him like that no more. Fuck this fool. That fool was funny when he told me, "Hey, you better come." He didn't say you better, but hey, I'm gonna do a live with APA. You know, you gotta come on. We could talk about the exposed to thing, and
Probation
if
officer's coming up.
you know what time it is. I said, "What?" I was like, "This fool really think this shit is real?" I was like, "What the fuck?" This fool said, "If not, you don't. You know what time it is? What time it is? Well, I don't know what. We're even seeing what." That was one of my best moments when I called it him and the other dude at PC.
Let's see.
Okay, look what this guy says right here. He says, the louder you try to expose someone else, the more you expose yourself. That's facts right there. That's just straight up fucking truth.
The first ones, I think, go to
This is the first show. I don't know if he means like down. Like, hold on, let me see.
I think it's further up, maybe with the Norteños.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. Hey, bro, Mikey. You know Mikey's a year younger than me, right?
Yeah, no. I don't, how old is he?
I think he's. I want to say if he didn't just turn 46, or he's either because he's born in 80 or 81, bro. So this motherfucker got a lot of gray, bro, for being this fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, look, there's the Norteños right there. Play that one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Listen,
the selected
politics don't belong in the entertainment business because what happens is you pick and choose. I saw this fucking weirdo talking about, and when I say weirdo, I'm talking about somebody in somebody special, right? I'm not talking about Hoodstock.
Justice, we are watching one of my buddies' lives right now. His name's Bam Bam. Bam Bam the Relentless. He's a bit of a disruptor, a troll. He puts boots to necks, and he applies a little bit of pressure to people that could use a little bit of humility in the YouTube sphere, which is why I invest in him. That's why I invested in Exposed to when he was going at Dubs, in a still honorable way. It's why I supported Flamer when he first came out, and he was going after like JD Delay and Chad Marks and all them. And if there's truth to it, and there's actually he was only right by like a couple of things, but I'm all for it, and that's mainly because I myself have nothing to hide. I've befriended every single one of these exposed channels, including Bam Bam. Do you not think any of them haven't looked into me and tried to find whatever they could? All of them have. The most they have managed to do is put me on some lame fucking thumbnails. Tater Tot, welcome. But yeah, I was still practicing how to live stream other content so that I can show you guys stuff and react to it. So this was just practice getting his live going.
They were different.
Hey, did they have the shag over there?
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Here's early release claims 40 months time served, no parole on his 7-year sentence. CDC verified he was released early. Time served didn't state how long. How do you do 40 months on 7 years? And then with no time served with no parole.
They give you cheese.
Is it justice?
CDC verified he was released early. Time served didn't state how long.
Like I was telling the other guys, the other ladies and gents in the chat here, is Bam Bam started about the same time I did. So it's kind of like the class of fucking 25 or something like that. You know what I mean? I've always kept a close eye on what he does. and he's just all over. He's all over. But I always touch base with him on a weekly basis, and I support him. He supports me, and so you guys probably might not know everything that's going on in his lives, but
Mikey is still trying to be like him.
Hatfield, welcome to the live.
Mikey tries to be like what's his name? Crucito from fucking
Yeah,
from Blood and
Frontline.
Blood.
Yeah, I was saying it's all real to him. If he isn't, he needs some serious help. He's fried, Shark City. The
Yeah.
dude is completely. He's a J-Cat, man. There's thousands of them in LA. They look like the Pookie fucked them up.
That's what he hears every 10 minutes. And he starts talking to himself. What was I gonna say?
LA
Oh,
don't
it says
play.
shoot the link, shoot the link.
Who said shoot the league?
Probation officer.
Okay, check the first couple of shorts. Mikey forgets why he went to prison. Oh.
I told you, remember he was on a show. Hold on, let me go back. He was on that Jen Magana, and they asked him, "What'd you go to prison for?" Oh, it was either a gun. Oh shit!
How
Hey,
do you
probation
forget?
officer, this for you, my boy. Probation officer, remember what you were saying? Fuck. Hold on, bro.
Who's that? Is that his alleged?
Yeah, we'll keep it. Yeah. We're not gonna do a front line.
The thing about it is, if they get probation officer's perspective on the live here, this dude has had access, and has friends still in the, still in the field, that he could pull up records and information on anybody in the fucking on the whole YouTube prison genre. They're if they got some real shit in their jacket, he's gonna know. I love it. Powerful ally.
Standing like you, sometimes I just get burnt out of like politics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do
I said, yeah.
feel a little betrayed by what I believe is to be another SNY.
Mm.
And no one knows it, and he's covered it up straight up. A lot of people come through my live and they hijack it because they want me to go in on certain people of bad standings, like you. And sometimes I just get burnt.
One of my best moments. What up, man? What up?
What up, man? What up?
There he is.
Oh shit!
You hear me? You hear us?
Probation officer, can you hear us?
What's
You hear?
happening, man?
What's up?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
in the
I can hear
later.
you.
What's up?
Can you hear me?
What Covenant?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. There was like I
Laughing
could
at
hear
that,
like
that sword.
um
Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to find the one where he said that. Damn, 187 got history, bro. Look at this shit.
yeah. No, wait, that's too soon. There'll be a refugee war, the Bosnian war. I'm trying to invent socialist Republican. Just I was having that conversation in the Discord with my comic book buddies. I told one of my buddies who's really left. I said, "Yo, bro, I'm thinking about becoming a socialist. Something must have happened. Socialist Republican." I think he's trying to. There was an echo. I think he might have like been doing the like YouTube. Let me see.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yo, you there? Let's see. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
you
here.
know what? He's like a funny fucking tweaker, though, bro. Sometimes he's funny, dude.
This is
Like,
Come on. What the fuck? Come on.
Better ask your baby mother. Cleaned her up for IG, but the stench is on her. A baby's involved.
A conversation with convicts protected.
It won't come up, bro. What the fuck is going on, dude?
What up, bro? Can you hear us?
Probation
I don't
officer,
think
can you hear us?
You hear?
Change your mic settings. Maybe you're coming off on like the microphone from your camera instead of like a
Yeah, I
mic.
can hear you.
Oh,
Okay,
there
we
you
can
go.
hear
There you go.
you,
Sounds
but
like
there's like a delay maybe.
Yeah, I can hear you.
delay. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Danielle.
So
good to see
you're born you grew up, you were born in Salinas, right?
Yeah, I think there's a delay. I'm getting a delay.
Yeah.
That's crazy, Danielle.
You might have to close out your YouTube. I think I did that once or twice.
AI is
Yeah, I was born and raised in Salinas.
damn near
Yeah.
hallucinating half the time, dude.
Get you with the chat.
Hey, you know what's crazy? J-Cat, Frontline, and Mikey both did 40 months.
All right, Justice.
What the fuck?
Let me see Pacho Grande. Watch Fernando, watch John, the live right now. Damn. That was his life, Fernando's life.
Everybody. Fuck, dude. Shit.
I don't know what.
Hey,
the
Fruit Loops,
delay
man, you're late,
is
bro.
here.
You good? You still hear an echo, Pio?
It's like a
Well,
delay.
they're gonna say, "Oh, yeah, Pio, like he didn't come up with some narrative."
I don't hear an echo. I'm just delay. It's just a delay.
Oh, okay.
So, but if you're in the chat, if you're in the StreamYard with us, you should be hearing it like instant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What the hell?
They were way behind. Red.
How about now?
What up, Magoo, Tax Baby?
Oh.
Hear us?
Comments percent, man. Cisco, what's up, Cisco? What up, Senator Bruno Demon? We try to kiss. What up, Solo Dolo? In case you.
Can you all still hear me right now? Because it's playing for this. It's still live right now. They're still playing it, but they're muted. I want to know if you guys can still hear me.
You wanted to chime in. He'll be here from Salinas, Northern California, but I think there's an echo with him.
Yeah, I think it's a delay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Wonder if I log in to mine or no.
Did you just click the StreamYard link?
Yes.
Oh, so okay, so you can hear me right now as we're talking.
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Oh, now we're good. Oh, we're good now. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, now we're good. Now everything's like on point. Okay.
I think I had two.
Then it looks like there is a way for me to sort of not have to fuck around too much with the live settings other than just mute them, say what I gotta say, unmute it.
Oh, well, we talk behind the scenes. Well, go ahead, Pop. What do you think of Mikey Boy, man?
Dude, a lot. Most of everything I've heard of him, everything he talks about is bullshit. It's all. So I was running the streets when he was born in 81. So I'm an old cat here. So I was born in 69. I grew up on the north side.
Right, 420.
And where he says he grew up on Soledad Street, he was right on the cusp of the east side, which the east side is the hood side. And that's the hood. But it's way away from like the Costa Plaza, which is, if anybody knows, they know that was real gang infest. It's deep there with the, and yeah, I know. Like, so I have family. I have friends that work for the city. They work, like I was telling you guys. One of my good friends I grew up with, his dad was the chief deputy for the sheriff for 32 years.
Damn.
And I shot him a picture of Mikey to see if he remembered who Mike, because Mikey acts like he's, you know, he was
Street
all up in
legend.
the business, and he didn't ring a bell. And I know a lot of people go in and out of jail, but if he's somebody that was somebody, you know, he would remember him.
Oh yeah.
And that story about him going to the lake, I used to go to the same lake, Lake San Antonio. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Like there's no cities around there. Where he claims that
Austin Basic.
when they got surrounded by, now these are his words, he got surrounded by the gang task force, 2 or 3 different police departments, the
DEA. He said a bunch of shit.
yeah, all kinds. And I'm like, there's no way they're all going to be out there in the middle of nowhere. What police departments are going to be there, because there's no city there. Yeah, so all that stuff. And then he said he had he was all on felony paper too when he got picked up for that. That's what he got them 7 years for.
Glenn, I know exactly what you mean. It takes patience. It takes patience and a little bit of confidence in yourselves. You had a Commodore 64. My friends had an Apple. Right, Tater Tot?
Salinas Valley, but he got out on good behavior, whatever. I have never heard of anybody getting 7 years. They verified he did 7 years, or they got sentenced to 7 years. But he did not, but he got an early release and no time served. And there is, I think, A and D yards and S and Y yard, and I believe M yard is on a level 1 yard at Salinas Valley. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, let me answer this question. Where did it go? Why in Whitney? I lived in Sacramento 2005 so there were some apartments on Whitney, and I lived. There was a 7-Eleven in Little Plaza, right on the corner of White and Whitney. There were some apartments. I lived right there in 05. Across the street was just like a shopping center. It had multiple stores. If you went down Whitney, there was a 99-cent store. There was a mall up on Watt. There was a flea market. Well, they call them flea markets up north. They've been always swap meets to me. There was a swap meet. I don't know, man. Like I didn't really. I traveled just with coworkers and shit like that. And I just mainly worked. I was still getting high, so I was just drinking, doing a lot of coke. No pre-rolls back then. I think I just did a bunch of fucking coke and go to downtown Sacramento. That's where I caught my first DUI, actually, in 05 in Sacramento. Dude, I was coming from playing poker, and I was whatever, bro. And I got pulled over, and I felt grateful. I was like, thank God, because I don't know where I was going. I was that shit-faced. And my coworker told me, dude, don't leave. You could crash. But like, nah, man, I'm gone. And I got pulled over, and I was like, oh, man, thank goodness, man. I was like, hey, I'm ready. Like, we got to do a test. I'm like, you know what? I'm good, man. I'm drunk as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go. Just by.
I'm not sure what the hell happened here, but as you guys can see, the live just separated from where it was at up here.
Believe it or not, man. Sacramento.
Yeah, Mikey, he went to as you guys said earlier, he went to Salinas High School. That was the preppy high school, or the rich, like most, not all of them, but most of the kids that went to Salinas High were the rich kids, the preppy kids. And then, if you guys ever hear, he talks about Alisal all the time.
Yep.
Alisal is on the east side, which is hood, and that they have their own high school over there. But he went to Salinas High School. I went to North Salinas High School, which is on the north side. But like that whole area, what he's talking about is like where he lived is right downtown, basically bordering the south end. But he claims, just like his tattoo, that's Salinas,
crazy,
the
Terry.
SEM
I didn't
across
know
his
that
chest that he covered up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's Salinas East Market. That's the the gang he was claiming, the North Annual set.
Crazy.
But he's no good. I do know that. I've put down so many people that I know, and he's no good. He's no good. And I don't have it.
What up,
Otherwise, I
Tater?
put it out there. But some cheese,
Good to see you.
like Chicago said.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that whole thing back then, when like they were telling me and all that shit, I was like, man, where's because I talked to him one time and he gave me the same spiel. Like, oh, you know, it was fast talking, like, oh, you know, yeah, you know, I went to Salinas and, you know, I did 7 years, but you know what? I got a deal and I did 40 months. And yeah, I came home, and he would quickly change the subject and shit like that. And I tried to go back to it once, maybe twice, and then I realized, okay. And no, he told me, oh, pinche bam. He laughed, like, pinche bam. Yeah, always with the politics, and you too, yeah. And then he used that to go into like what was going on at the time. You know what I mean? And I never, when he did the slugs, when he went to slugs, I think I called him. I was like, oh, fuck. If you're on with, no disrespect to slugs now, you know what I mean? If you're on with slugs, obviously, you know, maybe that could be something. You're trying to move away from the narrative, what this genre is, right? You know, and then he didn't answer. And then something else. Oh, when he took us, when he did that whole bit, like me asking Marv, did he get rolled up in the county jail? With the whole Chemos thing. Hey, Chemos, you know, he was on this whole thing where Chemos is my celly. We're just right here in the YouTube. Yeah, he was trying to lean in. He was trying to get into character in the space. And him and Chemos were cellies and shit like that. He was on Chemos. That's for real.
Friends go to prison after high school.
It was open glazing.
Pentagon.
They did create a mess out. You see the last comment, John Long? The last comment. It was supposed to be him, Chemo, fucking Lucky from fucking whatever.
Yeah, Glenn, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. It was so stupid, dude. This shit was so fucking weird.
Yeah, and I remember joking around, instigating it a little bit, and
they just passed some laws here in the United States. The the car corporations are trying to make it so that we can't work on our own cars, mainly because there's so much, you know, proprietary technology that's going into them. And they're actually increasing the amount of surveillance equipment that is no longer optional for us as consumers. That that now they're trying to protect the data that they would otherwise get. And a lot of people are starting to realize that you need to go back to like early thousands and earlier. Get you an old V6 or something and put it away for a rainy day, because if we ever get hit with like a solar flare or an EMP, like a serious, like a weaponized EMP, ain't nobody going nowhere. Nobody going to be doing anything. And you know, if they ever implement some kind of a system where everything is digital and you got to, like, you know, fucking scan your mark of the beast for your car to be able to turn over, just for the ignition to fucking kick on or something like that, you know, you're gonna wish you kept the old fucking, you know, an old key start. Yep.
What do you
But,
think, honestly?
oh,
Like,
wait.
look at like back to what do you think Mikey's like long term? You know what I'm saying? Because like he got that stupid logo on his arm. He got this YouTube shit tatted on his arm. Like, do you think he really believes he's gonna be a successful YouTuber?
Oh no shit.
Yeah, he thinks. Yeah, I believe so. His credibility
Marcel,
is ruined.
good to see you,
He's
brother.
told so many stories, different stories. I would say.
Learning how to stream.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a crazy tattoo to get, bro. Like your YouTube logo. Like that's to me, that's like I don't know, but
Yeah,
that's
are you gonna black out your arms and put that your Chicago
Chicago
Dumb?
Dumb or what? No.
And I'm gonna black my arms out and put a badge right there on my forearm.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. That is a straight fucking red flag. Because he always boasted, "Oh, I'm right here in Salinas. Like I live right here." And
He's not there. He lives in
he's always the
Gonzales.
beach of youngsters. I go to the beach of youngsters. I go to the boy home. See, that's the thing. How you gonna be? You don't want to listen to banda anymore, but you sound paisa as fuck. And I don't mean that disrespectful. I mean, there's a lot of homies. Like, there's a certain dialect that you mix with English, and you sound like paisa-ish, if you know what I mean. It's not even a dance. It's a cultural thing, you know. I think, you know, I got a lot of people growing up that talk like that. They were fucking born here. When they spoke English, it had like a paisa ring to it. If you know.
Yeah, and his name's Miguel, but he goes by Mikey. You know, and he looks more white than I do. And his haircut is more white than my haircut.
I do prefer George. I do prefer George. My bad. Yeah, I'm not, you know.
I mean,
Especially after.
Okay. No, I'm trying
I
to
did
find.
see something. Oh, no, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
What up, bro?
Oh, no, go ahead, bro. I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry. I'm like talking out loud.
I saw Shark City made some comments, but they were so small I didn't see them. You didn't bring them up yet, I don't think, because she was talking about it was so small. It was about Chinatown and Old Stage Road.
Respect.
Yeah, she was posting about that. She was talking about that.
Very mad.
Because Soledad Street is Chinatown, but then it blocks off, and then Soledad Street starts on the other side.
The guys that hit me up were from Franklin, because one of the youngsters said Franklin, and the other dude was like, it's Franklin. And no, they didn't say it. That was Stockton. Hold on real quick. Okay, look, Fruit Loops without milk. Why don't you go tell Frontline the same thing, bro? That's all I would say. That's all I would say to you.
He's still in here. I don't even see him. Let me see.
Fruit Loops. I mean, excuse me,
Fruit
Loops without milk.
I see it now. My bad. I see it now.
Yeah, he's like a skeptical. Like he'd be on the fence. He'd be trolling me a little bit. Nothing rude, but it's hypocritical. All your comments are hypocritical, bro.
Hey, look at this.
You just liked it, huh?
Look at. Put this up real quick. This is how spun out he is with this dumb question, bro. Look how he wants to emphasize it. Just watch.
One time, well, the U.S.
John, he did actually.
Mexico. Someone told me like this in the comment section one time. Well, the U.S. went to war with Mexico. Who are you gonna lace your boots up? Boom. Who would you strap those boots?
Milk,
And see, that's another little pinchy bait question that the internet gets triggered on because they don't want to hear the real, man. It has to be America first, man. Come on, man. Especially if you're trying to set your kids up. Now, if you're not trying to set your kids up over here, I get it. If you're trying to set your kids up in Mexico, then it won't be America first for you. Then te puede valer madre if crime is high. Someone told me like this.
So he's saying that in a scenario where it was the United States versus Mexico in a war, that he would fight for America, right? Like, come on, bro. Like,
is this the one?
That wouldn't happen, right? There wouldn't be a, you know what I'm saying?
No.
But it would be a dilemma, right?
Yeah, of course.
How many Mexican Americans live here that have pride? So you're going to tell me a country with 20, 30 million Mexicans living here, probably more. I'm just staying on the fucking low end, are going to let our country demolished their homeland where people and their family live. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He asked
Well,
these
that-
dumb questions. Why don't he ask for some more fucking Just for Men to cover up the rest of them fucking gray hairs, bro?
Yeah, stupid.
Like, you're gonna
you know,
paint
that-
the brocha. Why not fucking paint everything, bro? Like, he even did some of the beard. Oh my god, this guy.
that'll never happen.
Turkey
Latin
feather.
America, you know, America, this country's a superpower. Like no country in Latin America could even.
Hmm.
They're better off allies. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
is this the question? Pop?
He claims somebody asked him the
Yeah.
question. But he's like, "Oh, the internet. Yeah, you're the internet, bro. You talk about these dumb subjects because you know people are gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and so look at bro, his stupid tattoo don't even make sense, bro. Those are not even flight feathers, bro. Those are like fucking young, right? Like those feathers on a bird are like when they're first coming in type. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks stupid, bro. It looks real dumb.
Yeah, so I want to answer. So I'm going to answer Shark City. Yeah, we used to drive on Old Stage Road and party too. That's and it would turn into, well, I don't know when you went, but when I was a teenager, we would go up Old Stage Road, and then it would like turn to dirt, dead end, and then if you had like motorcycles, like during the day, if you just rode over the mountain right there, you're in San Juan Bautista on the other side by Hollister. And also what she said about Chinatown, that is part of Soledad Street. But that's just a little short. Then the Soledad Street, now they put apartments there. It was all homeless people. But yeah, back in the day, Chinatown was a rough area. That was where all the prostitutes were. That was where it was bars. So, it was Chinatown, but it was rough. It was a rough area.
Not Huckleberry. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, I heard of Salinas that it was like.
Glenn, my first car was a 86 Mustang. An 86 Ford Mustang for an eighth. What in the world? Well, it's a good thing that I know my girls' passwords and stuff, because it was just like, we need to make sure you're really you for some strange reason. Just randomly, it's like, quick, give us all this information, type in your pins and your passwords and all this. And it's like, all right, cool. I did it real quick. But anyways, my first car was an 86 Mustang. One of my homeboys, who I would end up going to federal prison for, that's how tight we were. I was godfather to his firstborn. He called me up one day and he was like, yo, do you have an ounce of weed? I was like, yeah, I just picked a few ounces up. I used to pick up maybe a quarter pound of weed. I was 18 years old. And from 18 to 19, all I did was sell weed. But the most that I would ever get was about a quarter pound. That was the absolute most that I would grab at a time. And that was comfortable living. I lived with my boy in his trailer, and him and his wife, or him and his old lady, both worked McDonald's. They were, manager and employer or some shit like that. So three of us splitting the costs of a trailer. It was easy going, right? They supplied all the fast food, and I supplied all the weed. It was nice. It was cool. So he calls me up. He's like, dude, I got a fucking Mustang for you if you got an ounce of weed. This dude will give you the title straight across, no funny business, for an ounce of weed. And I was like, all right, cool. Bet. Let's do it. And he was like, all right, he's going to meet you. He's going to meet you. So I take off. I go grab it. I go over to where I'm supposed to meet this guy, or he's supposed to come pick up the weed, sign the title over to me, and then we go our separate ways. We were there for so long that, like, hours, I'm talking fucking hours, 3-4 hours. Like, I was there for hours sitting there before finally I was like, we wanted to smoke some bud, and like we didn't have any, and I didn't have any personal on me, and the people that I was there with, they didn't have any bud. And so they were like, well, what do we do? And I'm like, well, fuck it. Do you guys want to buy a bag? I said, I'll sell you a bag out of what I have on me now. We'll roll up. I'll match you, and we'll smoke. I'll just go get this guy, whatever he's, minus whenever he gets here or whatever. And they were like, okay, cool. So I sell them an eighth. I take an eighth out. We roll up. We smoke. Hours go by. We end up getting some fast food. We end up like watching a movie, getting some fast food and stuff. We're totally spaced out the fact that this dude was supposed to show up. Like, I'm just here chilling at this point. I'm just there smoking up. It's good weed life, right? That weed, fast weed life, if you can call it fast. But yeah, they out of nowhere, the dude shows up. He finally fucking pops up. And he comes into the house just spun out of his fucking gourd, right? He comes in moving fast, talking even quicker, and he didn't know up from down, right or left or whatever. And he was like, he seen the bag of weed sitting on the table in front of me, right? Because I had taken some out, we had weighed it, we rolled up on a little rolling tray and stuff, so the bag was just sitting there. And he comes sliding in like fucking Kramer off Seinfeld, and he's all like, hey, what's going on? This, that, blah, 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 blah. He starts going all fast and stuff, and he looks down and he locks in on the weed. He's like, is that the weed? That's the weed right there? And I'm like, I was going to say, yeah, I'm stoned. I'm super stoned at this point. I don't even know what to say at this point, And he was like, oh, yeah. He jumps down. He grabs it. He picks it up. He's looking at it. He smells it. He's like, oh, yeah, that's a fat bag too. Yeah, look at that, man. He's all shaking it and stuff. It's like a quarter short, right? It's literally a quarter short of an ounce. And he's like, yeah, that's a fat bag, man. He goes, all right, yeah, I'll take it. He puts it in his pocket and he throws me the title. And he's like, oh, the car is over in such and such address behind this fucking place and blah, 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 blah. And he didn't bring the car with him. I had to go to an entirely different fucking town and go in and pull it out from behind a shed under a tarp. And it was like barely working. It was literally barely fucking working. But it was my first car, honest bought car. And I was quite proud of it until I dropped a 351 Windsor in it. Somebody, one of the viewers helped me figure that out. And it almost killed me all the way up until I went to prison. There's some things you can't get around with that. I was thinking about getting F350 modification, can bring it up to 1,000 horsepower. God damn. 420 says, I've never had a cool ass car, but my dream car would be a 1969 GTO. Ooh, the Judge. That is immaculate taste right there. Immaculate taste. What do you need for advice, bud? My homie said he saw an alleged chomo and I popped on him verbally for not making a move. Did I do the right thing? He saw an alleged chomo? I mean, you can't move or say or even accuse anybody of anything until you know for a fact that that's what this is. So even if he saw somebody that he heard might be, I would get on him if he knew for sure and didn't do anything. But then again, it's like, why? Like, what's the expectations here that are like, is he the type of guy that's always talking about, oh, if he ever came across one and let a motherfucker do this and, I wish a motherfucker would, like a tree in this bitch, like, is he, or is he just, don't rock the boat, don't cause no problems, came across one and just didn't know what he would do? There's a lot of variations to this. head mechanic at her dealership. She had him build the first funny car and won the '69 Daytona 500. Damn, dog. That's some history right there. Yeah, 420. That stuff is very, very, very addictive. Very addictive.
Yeah, that's my homeboy, bro. They did live out there. I do remember that. Yeah.
What do you
Marcos
think we
doing
can do
well.
it?
Huh?
Hey, maybe Frontline should do it. No, I'm just fucking.
Hey, what do you think of what do you think of Frontline's little situation there, Yo?
That don't look good, man. Domestic violence. That's and not just like okay, so that civil. What was that? Civil harassment.
Yeah.
You know that covers a lot of categories. Stalking. I mean, I can't even think off the top of my head, but it covers a lot of different things. Civil harassment, but it's somebody that's not related to you. So it could be your roommate, it could be your neighbor, whatever it is. But it could. There's a lot of definitions that fall that you know that it could fall into.
Right.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff to.
Yeah.
Hey, this might sound like a dumb question, but were you a probation officer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Hey, now Fernando's people, you know, oh look, oh yeah, not just for they're all gonna run with a narrative. Oh my God, look, he was on with that guy. He must be.
Who cares?
Yeah, get that fuck.
He's a cop. I get that all the time. He's a cop. He's a cop.
Yeah.
Hey, Mikey,
Yeah,
right? Voluntarily visits the police station every weekend to supposedly talk to the kids. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Kick everything.
And
I'm here to
bump
talk to
into-
Lucy.
There's a picture of him with the mayor. Was it the mayor of Salinas? He has a picture with him.
Know some interesting.
He's trying to
people,
bump elbows with these big, you know, trying to fit in and you know get in there. I don't know
He
what
got
his
a
angle is.
walkie-talkie right now on his belt.
He probably does.
That's
I
crazy.
know. You know, what's crazy is he talks about Salinas so much, like so. My roots from my family goes, and I think I mentioned this, goes back from from 1927. I'll throw it up in my post. It's a picture on the front page of the San Francisco Chronicle in 1927, and it has my family because they came from Portugal, and they had 14 kids. So it's got my great grandma and grandpa in the middle, and then my grandma's in there, all my great aunts and uncles. But so they lived in Watsonville, and then some of them migrated to Salinas back in the 40s, I want to say. That's when my mom was born, in the 40s, early 40s. And so there's a lot of history from my family there. He acts like, this is what really bothered me, like he is the king of Salinas. There's nobody else. He's been there the whole time. Ain't nobody gonna tell him any, you know what I mean? That's what's crazy.
But what's crazier, right? Obviously, like you said, your history in that town goes back to the fucking the 1920s, right? He said his mom and his dad they were immigrants from Mexico and this and that, and he's first generation.
All right. Well, we know how to live stream now, right? We know how to live stream other content. At least I know how to share some of it. It's a little warm down here. But yeah, I felt like we could move on to some other topics, figure out some other things that I can do on here now. iJourney, stop hating you. Who's hating you, iJourney? Yeah. I was watching one of these guys' lives earlier, or not lives, one of their content. And they were talking about fentanyl. The fentanyl really become a problem everywhere. in prison, on the streets, for everybody. You know, officers are falling out. If they're not accidentally coming into contact with that shit, then they're developing habits themselves, acquiring it out of the evidence lockers, or they're acquiring it from dealers on the streets, and right on their own body cams, doing deals and getting fucking drug out of the bathroom stalls at their work from ODing and stuff, you know. And you got people that are ODing coming into contact with it in everyday life. It's just dangerous. This stuff is dangerous. But I remember when that shit first popped up. I remember when it first popped up into the feds. It came in. I was in Atwater. It's like 2014. But the homies are bringing it in at the time, and I was strictly opiates. And I've mentioned it before, right? I've mentioned it before that I was tattooing on a particular homie that was in the same unit as one of my homeboys, who was getting a lot of that oil money out of North Dakota. I don't think anybody hates you, Journey. I don't think anybody knows you well enough to even claim, to hate you. That's just something that you're gonna have to, shrug off, Dad. That's just something you're gonna have to shrug off. Something that people think, or your concern for whether or not they see you as you see yourself. It has to come with it from within first. You have to not hate yourself in order for those who do hate you to not affect you. But like I was saying, yeah, this was just a different time. Armor prison. You were in Armor prison, like Atmore, Oklahoma. I don't think so. 2014 is, yeah. That's exactly about the year it came in. The first time I seen it come in through one of the homies. Before, it was always, every time I came over, he came and grabbed me a paper of heroin, right? Him and his guys are the ones who are bringing them in. They're the ones that, coming in through the visits and stuff. So it didn't cost them anything, and they weren't charging me anything. It was purely a kind of like it's a tip. It's basically a tip before the work even started. They feel like I would probably work better high, opposed to, I guess in some sense they're addicts, right? Everybody's an addict to some degree, and some are a little bit more resourceful about how to incentivize people, right? And they know, if I'm not right, if I'm not high, if I fuck around with opiates and I'm a downer kind of guy and stuff, and I come over and I'm trying to make money, they're taking a chance that I'm sick and I don't feel good. I feel like shit. And I'm just doing this because I need the money now. And I'm just going to sit down and scribble some shit on them. And there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that, unfortunately. A lot of people in there are going from session to session, going from, from fending off sickness to the next dose of fending off a sickness, withdrawals and all that stuff. And I'd only fucked with heroin at that time. Heroin, Suboxone. Well, not even Suboxone. Not at that time. I was still dealing with, it was just straight heroin actually at that point. I didn't. Obviously, if you mess with the Suboxone, you can't mess with the heroin, not without at least a couple of days in between of your body flushing out any remnants of the either or. And Tater Tot, thank you for the jewels. But so every time I would come over, he'd bust me off a good $100-$200 paper of heroin, because he would rather I feel good. I'm sufficiently incentivized to do my best to try, and because he's I would obviously know, which side of my bread is buttered, you know. So he always made sure that he got good work by continuing to pay me per session and get me high every time that I came over. But I remember one day I came over and I came in, I sat down, I started pulling out all my equipment and everything. I got everything all in my pockets and stuff. And I sit down and he sets his needle and barrel out and everything. And I'm piecing everything together. And he takes off and he comes back. And I remember he comes in, he shuts the door and he's got his back against the door. And he was like, hey, and I look up at him. I'm like, what's up? He's like, I got some good news and some bad news. He goes, I can get you high. We can get you high still. That's definitely still a thing. He goes, but we ain't got no itch. Because we ain't got no tar right now. And I was like, damn, dog, for real? Because that means it's either going to be meth or it's going to be like K2 or it's going to be Suboxone, which, like I said, I can't do right now because I've been on heroin consistently up to this point. So even if he did break me off some Suboxone or whatever, I can't do anything with it, and therein lies the problem that I'm going to be sitting there stressing about where my next high is going to come from, because now I'm not going to get high now like I normally would, which he has consistently done up to this point. And then almost like an afterthought, he goes, oh, hey, he goes, you want to try something? He goes, you want to let us know? He goes, you want to let us know what he goes, we brought in some fentanyl. He goes, you ever done it? And I said, some what? He said, some fentanyl. I'm like, what's that? I think I've heard of it. Right. And he was like, yeah, man, it's just like it. Right. He goes, you add water to it, turns brown and everything. And I'm like, no shit. He was like, yeah, dog. He goes, we got some in. He goes, we got some in because we don't know how strong it is. Nobody wants to fuck with it. We don't know what to charge. He goes, so you do something. He goes, let us know the size of the papers we have, whether or not they're good. He goes, and we'll figure it out. And I said, all right, sure. He goes, all right, cool. So he turns around, he takes off. And he comes back. He's got a paper one. He hands it to me, right? Perfectly little folded up, little piece of square. I grab it. I unfold it. And it turns into this perfect little square piece that's like, folded like a taco. And you open it up and you look, and it's like literally just a fingernail, a flat little layer of gray powder about as much area as my fingernail. Not like a mound of it. It's literally a flat layer of it just sitting there. So I look at it and it's gray. And I'm like, whatever, if he says it is what it is, and I'm pretty trusting, right? Like, we're as convicts, as addicts, as just completely riddled with cutoffs of any kind of consequences for our actions, the super optimism that we're not going to die, that this isn't going to fuck us up, that it's going to be like any other time, the entitlement that I have to be high anytime I do anything, that anytime I come and do anything for anybody, you got to give me something. You know, like it's like I said, like I was touching on earlier, there's common and there's criminal thinking errors. Those are just 3 criminal thinking errors just off the rip, you know, that I can remember. There's obviously more. But I did a very large chunk of this shit for the first time when fucking grains of this shit are knocking people's dick in the dirt and never getting up again. That's what I'm getting at. I did enough to kill somebody. But like I said, I have a high tolerance, thankfully, for pretty much everything in this fucking world. And he hands it to me. He gives me a spoon. I pour it on the spoon. I grab 4 or 5 drops of water. That's all it took. Dropped it on there. It broke down and it turned brown, just like he said. I was a little bit more at ease at that point because I was like, okay, at least it looks like tar water. You know, it looks like tar water from heroin. And I've never binkied, like I said before. Somebody asked me that earlier, you know, shooting up and stuff. And maybe that's the difference. You know, maybe that's the difference of where I'm going with this story. But I sat back, I grabbed a spoon, I tipped it up one of my nostrils. I chilled like that for a couple of minutes, and he took off, and he was, you know, making moves and stuff. You know, I think he had the unit for the homies, so he's still making moves and doing things and stuff, taking care of last minute business before he sits down for a good 3 or 4 hour, you know, tattoo session. And I get up, I finish setting up for the tattoo session, right? And I feel it kick in. I can feel it. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's just like heroin. Yeah, it's got that same warm lead heavy blanket, right? That just coats everything from the back of your skull forward, and it's just this nice, warm, floating, fuzzy feeling. The one that makes the tip of your nose itch, and you just kind of want to close your eyes and just float off into fucking never land, right? I felt it, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, all right. It's all right. You know, I've done a lot of, you know, strong shots of heroin that that would, you know, make me almost fucking fall out, you know, forward with my eyes closed and shit. This was okay. It was all right. So Malo, he comes back in. He sits down. I start going, right? We're going for about a good 20, 30 minutes. And he's looking at me. And he looks at me, right? He's like getting low and he's trying to look up into my eyes and stuff. And I think he's trying to see if I'm like, if my eyes are drooping or if I'm nodding out or whatever. And I'm tattooing on him, and I kind of glance at him and I look at him again. I'm like, what's up? He's like, what's up, man? He goes, you good? And I'm like, what do you mean? Am I good? He's like, you good? You straight? I was like, yeah, I'm good. Why? He's like, no, I mean, are you good? Like, you know, you think you could do more, or are you straight, or, you know, how do you feel? I was like, are you offering? He's like, yeah. If you think you can handle another, I'll give you another. He goes, that just lets me know that the size that we have made them, we probably have to make them a little bigger. I was like, yeah, go grab another one. I'll see what another one feels like, you know, because sometimes it's just a little bit more that'll just completely change how that shit feels. And so he takes off. He goes and he gets another. He comes back. He hands it to me. Same thing, right? Spoon, water, brown water. Sit back, right up the nostril. I sit up. He gets ready. He sits down. We start going again. We start tattooing. Now I'm there, right? Now it's making me lean forward, almost fall out. You know, I'm tattooing his hand, and I'm like going, it's like zzz, and I'm going, and I'm like holding the needle like perfectly still, but I'm like slowly leaning forward and stuff. And he's sitting there, he's laughing, right? He's laughing at me. He's like, that's what he wanted to see, right? That's what he needed to see as a as the person responsible for pushing this stuff. You know, he needs to know what he's working with. And so he goes and he tells some of the guys, now that he knows kind of what he's working with, he goes and he tells them that they have this stuff for sale. He didn't tell anybody that up until that point. So he tells them, hey, yeah, you know, we got some shit. We got some shit inside that's just like heroin. We call it fentanyl. You know, some of the guy, I remember one guy came in and he comes in, he wants to talk to me because I'm the one who did the stuff. And he's about to buy some of these papers. And he wanted to look at me, you know, see if I'm just bullshitting or what. I don't know. But he comes in there and his name is Odie. He's a white boy, you know, white power, all that. But his name was Odie. And I thought it was like Odie, like fucking Garfield and Odie, you know, like the Sunday fucking morning comic strip, Odie. I thought his name was Odie. Right? No, his name was OD. Two letters. OD. Overdose. That was his name. OD. He comes in and he's got, you know, shaved head, glasses, little goatee and stuff, little skinny guy, little wife beater and stuff. And he comes in and he was all like, hey, bro. He said, you tried that stuff? I said, yeah, I did. He goes, what do you think, man? He goes, is it good? Should I get some? And I was like, if you want, man. I said, it's up to you, dog. I said, yeah. I said, it's good. It's good. And he was like, how many did you do? I said, well, I did 2 papers. I was like, but I said, I kind of got a high tolerance, man. I said, I'd probably start off with 1. He's like, no, fuck that. He goes, if you're talking to me on 2 papers, then I can do 2 papers. And he turns around and he grabs 2 of them from the guy. Then some of his friends came and they all got some of them from him. And they all left, right? They all take off. They go down to a different cell. They're gone for about 10 minutes, maybe 15, 20. I'm not even sure. I just know that we took a break. You know, we smoked a cigarette, made some coffee, sat down, started the motor up again. And them motherfuckers, not all of them, just some of them came flying back into the fucking cell fast as hell. They're like, oh, they're like, hey, oh, hey, oh. They came in, their heads were fucking cut off. They were talking fast over each other, stumbling over one another. All I heard was that they left Odie. They said they had to leave him. They had to leave him. He OD'd. OD. I didn't hear anything other than OD'd. It was like, are you stuttering, or are you are you trying to tell me, you know, fucking little Jimmy fell in the well? What happened? You know, they all fucking shot up what they had gotten. Odie went last because he wanted to use the cottons that everybody else used. It was his binky. Now, if you know how addicts and the needles are in prison, there's enough residual remnants from people's use and like the cotton and stuff like that to where you can save up or you can get a bigger, stronger hit when you use it after other people. I'm not really sure, but he loaded up whatever was left in the rig that wasn't rinsed out. He loaded up what he bought and he hit that shit. And he fell out. He fell out, hit the bunk, slid off the side of the bunk, hit the wall, went down between the bunk and the desk. And they tried to wake him up. And when they couldn't wake him up and he started to turn blue and purple, they ran out. They panicked. Nobody knew what was happening. Nobody knew that the dude couldn't breathe, you know. And while he had left, while they ran out on him, he started to, what do they call that? He threw up. He threw up, but he was sitting like this against the wall. And he started to asphyxiate on his own shit, on his own bile, throw up. So not only is he not breathing, but now his passage, his airways are blocked. And they're in our room talking about they had to dip out because they're not about to get caught up in the fucking room with him while he's doing that. Like he's got a choice, you know, like he's fucking around on them and he's blowing up the spot, you know. you dying on us is blowing up the spot, man. That's not cool. So they dipped out. They left him. And Malo looks at them. He's like, "You guys left him? You left him? He's in there right now by himself? Nobody's in there. Nobody's helping him." And they're like, "No, fuck that." You know, like, you know how many times I've seen that? You know how many times I've seen these guys who supposedly are your bros? They supposedly got your back, your people, your race. They dip out. They'll leave you out to fucking dry in more ways than one. Whether it's fucking making sure you don't choke to death on your own vomit, or making sure you don't get jumped by, you know, another race or gang. It's just not in some people. That's why I always say, man, people don't know what they'll do until that moment comes. That was a perfect opportunity for somebody in there to rescue this dude and look, or at least be a commendable person for it. Instead, they all dipped out on him. Me and Malo jumped up and ran to his room. We came inside, and as soon as we stepped in, I threw the towel up over the window and I closed it. Malo goes over there and he grabs him and he was like, "Fuck, he's throwing up." And I said, "Turn him over." I said, "Turn him over face down." I said, "Get that shit out of his mouth." So he turns him over and he starts whacking him, right? He starts slapping him. Bam, bam. It's like slapping him while the dude's like hanging like this with his arms up. And he was like, "Hey," he was like, hey, bro, you got to wake up. And I'm like sitting there, I'm standing at the window and I got the towel and I'm looking out the window and I'm like, "Hey, bro." I was like, "You're going to have to, there's no shaking him awake, man." I said, he can't breathe. I said, "You're going to have to give him mouth to mouth." And he looked up at me and he was like, "Oh, hell no, dude. Hell no." I was like, "Damn, that's crazy. Maybe this dude is going to die." Malo was willing to come in there and slap this dude awake if that's what it took. But clearing out his mouth, his passageways, giving him mouth to mouth, that was too far for him. That was too far for him. This is a homie with the Southsiders, you know. I told him, and I said, "Dude, look at him. The dude was fucking purple. He was turning bluish." And I was like, "Dude, this dude," I said, "the longer he can't breathe," I said, "he's going to get brain damage." I said, "As long as you can get some fucking air into his lungs," I was like, "we can get him out of this." I said, "But you gotta clear his mouth out and push air into his lungs." And he was like, "Fuck, man." He's like, "All right, well, turn around, man." I'm like, turn around. I'm like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Man," he said, turn around, man. Make sure nobody comes." And I'm like, "What? Did nobody accidentally sees you saving dude's life? Whatever, man." You know. So I turn around. I'm standing at the window like this, and I hear him back there. I can hear him. He's gotten some of it in his mouth, or maybe he sucked some of it in and spit it out. I don't know, but I heard him start to fucking resuscitate him mouth to mouth. And then I heard him spit. Maybe he was just spitting because he was fucking spitting because he's just, he can't believe, he's kissed. He's like, how homophobic and just how unlikely that scenario is for men in prison. Like I got a lot of respect for bro because he came in there and he saved dude's life. He didn't know how to save dude's life until I told him what needed to happen. But the dude wasn't going to die on him. And for real, I mean, that's really bad news, right? Because he just brings fentanyl in, right? It just hit the pound. He literally just gave it out to the first and second and third and fourth person. And already one of them fucking falls out on it. He's probably thinking to himself, I'm getting a charge. I'm not going home. And he was short. He had a few years to do. He was short. But yeah, we went in there, man, and we saved that dude's fucking life. I'll never forget that shit. I'll never forget. I was like, seeing him fall out for doing the same amount of it that I did. I don't know if it was just the creator looking out for me, or if I do have a tolerance, or maybe it was the fact that I did half of it first and then I was offered twice that amount like a half an hour later or something. I don't know. Maybe the shit was cut and he got a stronger hit of it. I don't know. Who knows? But he immediately pulled that shit back in, resized all the papers, and that shit was a fucking arm and a leg. Yeah, he was sketched the fuck out after that. I was like, hey, dog, let me get some more. I was like, let me get some more, dog. Let me get all that. If you're too scared to sell it to everybody else, I was like, let me get all of it, man. Just save it for me. I'll do all that shit. I'm not proud to admit that, but yeah. When I was an addict, I was a fucking cold-blooded addict. Withdrawal is a bitch, Tater Tot. It sure is. I have been clean from H since 2003. That is amazing, Glenn. If I ever used again, I think it would definitely be the end of me. Yeah, some of us just don't have it in us again. Yeah. Like Tater Tot said, man, that shit's just not in a motherfucker no more. That's how I feel about prison, man. I just don't have another I don't have another bit in me, especially because the next time it's going to be triple digits. You imagine getting triple digits? You're fucking 40 some years old. 420. Good to see you. Glenn, Tater Tot, Barn Dog, Barn Dizzle. Yeah, damn. Damn is right, Barn Dog. That's terrible, but it had to be done. Yeah, it did. Little Nova TV, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. Big Medicine, keep your vibe positive, brother. There's a lot of bros that need it nowadays. I appreciate that, man. No, I believe that, man. There's people that they see the live and they immediately feel like they're meeting up with friends. Like that's got to be a good feeling for a lot of y'all. So I feel the same way. I feel like I'm among good people. I love being around my girl and the kids. I love that. But she also wants me to grow. She wants me to grow the momentum. She's extremely supportive. Like I said, I'm using her setup right now. She figured out how to update everything so I can stream off of it. Oh, dude. That's when he told me. He's like, what do you think my fucking name is? And I was like, your name's OD? That's when I figured out his name was literally OD, like overdose. He's like, oh yeah, I OD. He goes, I OD all the time. I was like, that's crazy, dude. I thought your name was Odie, like fucking Garfield and Odie. The dude was just, yeah. He wanted more. That's. There was no, shaking him to the core. There was no like moment of clarity for him, or a fucking light at the end of the tunnel. Nothing. He just woke up and was like, "That was fucked up. Let's get another paper. Let me get that. School naps. Good to see you, bro. Finally on your lunch. All right. Heard the last part of the story, man. Good thing y'all saved dude's life. Yeah. I like to think that that went a long ways in rectifying some of the bad karma in my life. That's because it's made up of all of you, Glenn. It sounded corny as hell. Yes, Tater Tot. It is Miss White Eyes. It is a lot thanks to Miss White Eyes. So he was used to turning blue. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, man. I only knew that shit because I've been in the game for a long time, man. I've been in the game for a long time. I'm not really sure where I pick up the almost borderline medical like knowledge that some of us get over the years. But if you're gonna do dumb shit, you gotta be one of two things. You gotta be tough or smart enough to be lucky. Smart enough to luck out. Yeah, you always want more. Yep. I've been on Suboxone for 10 years. Suboxone are hard to kick, like Kung Fu, for me anyway. Anything, man. Anything that becomes dependent. Anything. It could be cigarettes. It could be caffeine. It could be chewing the fucking skin around the cuticles of your fingernails. I remember I used to do that bad, man. Anybody ever do that? Chew your fingernails, the fingers, the cuticles. Hell, I used to even like chew the skin on the corner of the knuckle. I haven't done that in years. But chewing the skin around my fingernails used to be so bad that my stepmom had gotten some kind of I think it was like a polish, nail polish that was like sour and spicy or some shit. And anytime I started to like chew like that, it would get in my mouth, and it was really bad. But I was so bad at it that I would just endure it. And I would get like little corners of skin up, and I would rip that shit off, and all my fingernails would have channels of blood dried up around the beds of the nails. School Nap says, cheers to you and the family. That's cool. Your partner is supportive of the channel, bro. Yeah, absolutely. She's amazing. Smart enough to be lucky is a good saying. Thank you. Whoa. Gray Wolf Media says, I was prescribed morphine for 8 years. Damn. I have surgery to remove some cancer in a month. I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck. We'll keep you in our prayers, Gray Wolf. Yeah, they're still pretty much my companions, Tater Tot. Greetings from East Orange, New Jersey. Eugene, welcome to the chat. Greetings right back to you. Much respect to you and yours. Yeah, I used to chew the nails halfway down. My mom put that shit on my fingernails. It stopped me. It didn't stop me, dude. I was a man before I finally was able to bring myself to stop doing it. As you can see, none of the fingernails are chewed up. But that shit was hard. Really hard to do. Yeah, school naps, everybody. Keep Grey Wolf in your prayers. Husker, it's good to see you, brother. Glad you're you just joining, or did you catch some of this 2-hour live already? All right, 420, you have a good night. Thanks for being here. Let everybody know. We say what's up. We send ours. Just got here, but you're here, huh? We've been through a lot, Huskers. We've been here for 2 hours and 5 minutes already. And 10 o'clock, it's not terribly late. It's not terribly late. But we accomplished a lot tonight, man. We accomplished figuring out how to share. I can share content now, other people's content. I can react, share my screen, and so basically, I can actually do some reactionary type stuff. That's what's up, Grey Wolf. Yeah. No more need be said then, right? Well, we'll go for a little bit longer since we still got people joining in. There's no sense in shutting the party down as soon as somebody we don't know, pops up. I know what that's like. I know what that's like, popping up as one of the few Native Americans that can get invited to certain parties where there's like some weird undertow of racism and other weird stuff where I'll get asked to leave because there isn't any room for people to keep showing up, but there's like more people showing up as I'm being asked to leave, that kind of shit. Yeah, I'm well acquainted with that kind of stuff. Well, that's what's up, Glenn. It's not too much, right? It's just I obviously am going to figure out a corner somewhere where I can have a backdrop and sit down. Maybe I am standing. I got no problem standing. That way, if I got to react fast, if I get attacked, like on my back right over here, I want to be able to jump back to my left over here, Yeah, I do expect to get attacked randomly in my basement. Arizona green tea, my favorite. Well, I'm glad that you are a fan of I'm trying to cut back. I'm trying to cut back on the sodas. I am. So I drink other things in between. And I think I just drink a lot of stuff now on top of the sodas. But yeah, it is cool. It's nice being able to do that, to share the screen, because there's times that I see stuff that I'd like to react for you guys, but I couldn't really do that from just the phone unless I did like a pre-recorded reaction, then overlaid it over the actual video, and then spliced them together so it looked like I'm reacting in real time to the video, which I have done for you guys in the past. It was extremely a pain in the ass to do it like that. But hey, you do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Yeah. Glad you guys got a kick out of that. Yeah, there's definitely some other videos I'd like to show you guys. There's some really, really fucked up ones Dimensions of Doom. Have you guys heard of Dimensions of Doom? He plays, or he does like some stuff, all inside footage of prison. Hey, you see some crazy shit in there, crazy stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure. Never heard Dimensions of Doom? It's good stuff. Video game? I used to game. This used to be a gaming channel. Don't make me play one of my gaming videos for you guys. We'll have fucking 3 faithful viewers. I hear my little one. He sounds like he's not happy. I think I might have to go up there and see what's going on. I've already taken up 2 hours and some change of everyone's time tonight. And my girl, along with being as supportive as she is taking care of him by herself right now. So or does it feel like to be a dad now? Feels good. They are, Glenn. They're in the very beginning. They're the oldest content that I have. Snake, rattle, and roll. I've been playing Cyberpunk. I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk. I got the DLC, and I had PlayStation Plus Premium membership, which gave me access to Cyberpunk. And then I bought the DLC. So now that I don't pay for the premium, I have the DLC, but I can't access it until I have the base game, which is already an issue of the digital versus physical copy Sony fucking monopoly dilemma that we were talking about a few days ago. His dad was sentenced to 15 years for buying the rifle for his kid as a Christmas gift. I only seen the headline, so I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's rough. But being a father for me has felt quite natural. It has felt quite natural. I figured something out when I got off probation that gave my probation officer a lot of hope. She asked me what I was going to do once I was off paper. She asked if I was going to celebrate, if I was going to finally, cut loose, celebrate, do whatever, do things that I have been holding off on as a result of paper. And I was sitting there and I'd already thought about this, right? I was already so far like focused and hyper focused on everything. I was extremely driven when I first got out, because when I first got out, I was trying to get to Arizona on good behavior to the woman who had been writing me. Billy Idol, Cyberpunk. I mean, yeah. But and they had promised me that they would let me parole to her eventually, right? Well, before they said they'd let me parole there, then it was I had to go to the halfway house first. Then they'd let me parole there. And then it was they didn't want me to be able to parole straight from halfway house to her place. They want to see me get my own place first. They want to see me hold a job and be responsible and get my own place before they give me authorization to go down there to her. And mind you, she already has a car, a job, fucking a house lined up for me, everything that you could possibly need as success to reintegrate back into society. She had waiting for me on a fucking silver platter. And they didn't want none of that for me. They wanted me to come back to the place where I caught my case, where I'm surrounded by people who either did dirt with me or are victims of my crimes. They want me to come here where I have nothing, no one, no support, no family, zilch, zero, nada. And they want me to strive from shit. And they want to see me do it for an extended period of time before they give me their blessing to go down to somebody who wants to see me succeed. And then once I had gotten out of the halfway house, got the job, got the fucking place, got the apartment, held it down, they're like, well, the judges don't usually cut people to go to other states when it's less than a year. So give us a full year first. Then we'll put the motion in and we'll get you out of here. Right? And it didn't happen. It didn't happen because COVID hit. And when COVID hit, none of the fucking federal workers were going to any houses to go inside of them for any reason, or they weren't seeing anybody. So something as simple as going to a house to make sure it wasn't a fucking crack dealing den was beyond them. They couldn't do that much. And so the whole time I'm telling her, I'm trying. Like I'm doing everything I need to do. I'm trying to get off of paper early. I'm trying to do all this stuff. I was extremely driven. There was no reason they would ever have to tell me no. Ever. Why? Because I promised this woman when I was in prison that I would get out and I would come home to her. And I wasn't about to let them make me a liar, which they were trying to do. And they still succeeded because they wouldn't contact her. They wouldn't tell her, hey, we've goalpost moved this dude like 20 times now. Sorry, our bad. He's trying, right? He's trying to come to your house, It's just really us. We just thought he would have fucking crashed and burned already. And he hasn't. He hasn't. He has met every expectation, so we keep just extending it and hoping that he would eventually, go back to prison where he belongs. And it wouldn't happen. But eventually, finally, they had managed to create enough doubt that they could no longer, she and her friends and her family could no longer be sure on whether or not I meant anything from the beginning, because it didn't look like I was trying to come home to her. I'd come down for visits. I'd come down. I'd get approved for a week, 2-week long visits. I was like one of the very few federal inmates on paper that was traveling as often as I was. Federal inmates don't travel between states like that. Maybe once, maybe a couple times in the course of their paper, but every few months now. But I went above and beyond. I went above and beyond. I'm sorry to hear that, Joe. That's crazy. It is hard to it's hard to reconcile with each other, with your religion, with fate, with God or the universe or just whoever would threaten to influence the outcome of our lives, right? It's hard to believe that that's deserved or that you could have done something different or that it's a result of something you guys did or didn't do, or you know the mind, it searches and it struggles to try to make sense and see reason sometimes where there isn't any. All I can say for sure is that sunshine every day makes for a desert, and that's why bad things happen. That's all I know. Yeah, Glenn, they kept moving the bar on me until we finally broke up. Yeah, you can't sustain a long term relationship like that if at the very foundation they no longer think that they can trust you. They fucked that off for me. They destroyed that relationship. So I got really cross with my PO because I put up with a lot real quick. We had a family pet die between the two of us. Then my grandma died, and then we broke up, all within the span of 2 weeks. And I got pretty close. I got pretty close to going back to prison right there at that point. I didn't care. I shrank down to nothing. I stopped eating. I stopped sleeping. Even if I could eat, I'd go to the gas station at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'd buy a slice of pizza and I'd get maybe half of it down before I'd start retching. Literally retching. Like the very fact that I would try to take sustenance into this body was offensive to those who are no longer living. I don't know. But I wasn't living anymore. I wasn't living. I was just existing because that's all that was left. I couldn't go back on my promises. I promised her that she would never get a phone call in the middle of the night to hear that I OD'd. And I went back to my old ways and OD'd. Nor would she ever get the phone call to find out that I was on my way back to federal prison. And then eventually it became a matter of keeping your promises to a dead person. And I had to keep those ones. I think there's a special place in hell for those who forsake promises of people who invested a lot into you. She's the only reason why I'm out. It's the only thing that convinced me to turn my back on everything that I was a part of in prison. I still remember I was in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta, USP. First time I got a hold of a cell phone. And I called her, right? Because we had started, I had just left SMU. And I'm pretty sure it was the phone call. It was the first time I called her from the transfer center after leaving SMU that we admitted that, you know, we were falling for each other. But once she had said that and I had admitted the same thing, I got hold of a cell phone. I called her again and I told her, I said, look, there's some things I got to tell you that I can't tell you over a regular phone because it's recorded. And I said, I'm not going to go down this road with you until you know for sure that you understand what it is that you're getting into. I was like, I'm not just some prisoner. It's like I'm unfortunately a little too far. I said I've already reaped a lot of choices. I said that they're going to come around full circle in the time that you know me. And I said, and that might prevent me from coming home. I said, that might mean you're going to spend a lot of time riding to me in the shoe. You're going to spend a lot of time not knowing what's going to happen because we're going to be on lockdowns. I said, there's going to be times that you're just suddenly not going to hear from me because I'm just going to go to the shoe. I'm going to have to put in work or I got attacked. And I told her what I was and who I was with. And that if that was something that she thought she could and was willing, then we can move forward. And she said she was. And I said, okay then. Because I wasn't going to, like, you know, allow somebody to really start to care for somebody who valued their own life so little. That's not actually loving somebody. You can't say you love somebody and then put yourself in jeopardy, either through violence or, you know, taking drugs or banging something in the vein or you know, volunteering for a mission. Like, all these things are acts of self-harm. They're not self-love, they're self-harm. So you may say you love somebody and you may tell them you love them, but if you turn around and you know, harm yourself in the next act or the next breath, then what you're saying over here is meaningless. You know, so it's like, that's why prison is hard. It's why prison is meant to hurt, because you have to have loved ones for it to be effective. It is the separation between the two of you that makes it what it is. And I didn't experience that one time since the beginning of my sentence. I was completely, I was just like free reign for me to just get high and do whatever the fuck I wanted because I didn't have anybody to be accountable to. There wasn't anybody who cared, or they did. I just didn't care that they cared because I didn't love them. But once I found somebody that mattered, I found myself shackled and hindered more effectively than any pair of cuffs have ever been able to do. That's how I realized, like, it's possible, right? It is actually possible to meet somebody and change your life for them. I never thought it would happen to me, for one, or that I would ever meet a woman that was sufficiently hardened. She was hardened. She'd survived uterine cancer. She'd survived attempts on her life. She had survived watching her ex cut his own throat in front of her on purpose. She survived a lot. She was a survivor. She had a lot of strength. And I respected her. And I realized that it was only going to be a woman that I respected that could ever bring me to heal. You know, that's the only way. And so I took that chance. Yeah, she said, "Come home with me," and I tried. I tried, but life and probation, you know, all the little machinations of this world that we live in. It said that shit was not meant to be. It was not meant to be, man. It is typical, and I have to go after them. They only need 45 days. It's against the policy. Is that right? These came from a powwow. I got to hold a flag for grand entry and participate in the veteran dance. That's what's up, Slim buddy. That is awesome. That is awesome being able to participate. That is an honor. Being able to hold the flag for grand entry, it makes me kind of curious as to who you are. I appreciate that, Glenn. I do appreciate that. But all right, that's it. That is it for the night. We got a good 2.5 hour long live stream. Accomplished a lot tonight. Figured out some cool stuff. We can definitely expand the horizons now, right? Expand the fucking horizons of the Finally Free family. That's another thing I was gonna run by you guys, right? What do you guys think if I should start thinking of some kind of catchy little, you know, they got like the POV, where they got the POV crew and Gladiator Gang, and you know, they just got all these cool little what are they, little affiliations and shit, right? These little fucking watered down fucking prison fucking, what do they call those? I don't want to say gangs, right? They're not gangs, but they're definitely like favorite teams, right? It's like favorite teams and fans of favorite teams. It's funny. But finally free family, or finally free friends, something like that. Something that kind of rolls off the tongue, nothing crazy. But that's it. I am out. Y'all be good. Take it easy. Have a good night.